The US Treasury has sanctioned tornadocash. GitHub has completely scrubbed the project from their platform, and they have also banned several developers from GitHub who worked on the project, such as this guy right here. Now, let me give you a high-level overview of what tornadocash does. Essentially, this is a DeFi app, so nobody really controls it. It's on the blockchain, and so it technically is unbannable and unsanctionable, if that's a word, which we'll discuss more in a bit. And it allows you to anonymously send and receive Ethereum using ZK Snark. So normally, whenever you transact in Ethereum, the entire world can see who you are sending ETH to, who you are receiving ETH from, and your wallet's balance, because all of this is public. It's a public blockchain, just like Bitcoin. So everything you do in Ethereum can be tracked with a blockchain explorer like Etherscan if somebody knows your wallet's public address. But you can obfuscate your Ethereum transactions with tornadocash by first depositing in a set amount like 0.1 or 1 Ethereum, 10 Ethereum, or 100 Ethereum. And the reason that these specific amounts are required is so that it makes people's inputs look more similar. Like you can see for 100 Ethereum, right now there's 28,000 people who have done that deposit amount. 10, there's 44,001, 51,000, and so on. So your funds go in one of these fixed amounts, and they get mixed with thousands or tens of thousands of other people who use this service that are also putting in those fixed amounts. And because tornadocash is a smart contract, there really isn't any way for some shenanigans to be pulled by the devs or by some malicious actor that might try to steal your funds, unless there was to be some vulnerability discovered in the contract's code. But of course, the code is open source. Many people have audited it. I think the most recent audit that they had was like in 2019 or 2021. But there's only 336 lines of Solidity code. So, hey, if you're an expert, go ahead and audit it for yourself, and they can have a more up-to-date audit. So the service is solid, and it works as long as you use it correctly and you practice good OPSEC. Now, after you deposit in your funds, you're going to get a special kind of receipt that's going to let whoever has that receipt withdraw the funds without connecting it to the previous transaction, without connecting it to whoever deposited it. So Alice could deposit 100 Ethereum and gets a receipt to withdraw 100 Ethereum from tornadocash, but nowhere on that receipt does it actually say that this 100 Ethereum belongs to Alice, because it's been mixed in with everybody else's. So Alice, she, could put in Bob's wallet address, for example, if she wants to give this money to Bob. See, it tells you to put in your note, that's what your receipt is, and then your recipient address. You can put in anybody you want, or you could just generate a new wallet that nobody knows about and then send your funds to that. And so you've basically anonymized your Ethereum now. You now control a wallet that has funds, and nobody but you knows where that came from. Well, it'll say that the funds came from tornadocash, but obviously they're not going to be able to connect it back to you. So now that you have a basic understanding of tornadocash, you can probably understand why the US Treasury is being so aggressive towards it, because my heckin' hackers and my heckin' terrorists and all my heckin' bad guys use this to launder money, so it's bad. We've got to ban it. And this is why the website tornadocash, where normally people would go to use this service, was taken down. Their official GitHub got scrubbed, their devs got banned from GitHub. And also, because the US Treasury has sanctioned tornadocash, you could also be sanctioned for interacting with tornadocash, at least if you're a US citizen. But remember, Uncle Sam has a lot of allies. He can grab you if he really wants to, if you're within one of those allies' borders. And this is also why the cool new prank that all the crypto kids are doing is to send small amounts of Ethereum through tornadocash to celebrities and other random people's wallets because, like you saw, you can just put in any wallet address you want during the withdrawal phase, and if somebody happens to put in your Ethereum wallet, you are going to receive what are now considered illegal funds, whether you like it or not, because that's the beauty of the blockchain, baby. So yeah, I guess Jimmy Fallon is going to be wanted for money laundering now. But you know, despite the sanctions, despite the government trying to make tornadocash illegal, the service just keeps on chugging along because it's on the blockchain, baby, and the blockchain is ungovernable. And if we actually go to Etherscan and we take a look at the internal transactions of this smart contract, you can see here that she just keeps on chugging along. We've got dozens of transactions just in the past hour. Not a single court in the world can invalidate this smart contract. So maybe you're wondering, how are people still using the service if tornadocash is down? Well, that is because it is also running on ipfs. Like I said, the service is ungovernable. You can access it directly on ipfs using the Brave browser by enabling ipfs support in your browser settings, or you can access it by going to the ipfs.io link that is pinned in the tornadocash Telegram channel, and that can be used in any browser you want, as well as Brave, without having to enable ipfs support, because this is basically just an HTTP mirror of that ipfs page. But of course, the decentralized version one that is built into Brave that you can enable in the settings is going to be the better one to use. Now, I can't show you the exact ipfs link because, of course, this is a service that's being considered a no-no now, so it would be just like me showing you an onion address or anything like that. But I'm probably going to comment it or put it in the description of this video when it gets published to Odyssey today, because they are not going to require me to censor it on that platform. So be sure to check out this video on Odyssey as well. And I'll probably put a link to tornadocash's Telegram in the YouTube description. That might be safe, which is what they're currently using to communicate to people now that their website got nuked, because their pinned message in that Telegram channel is going to teach you how to do exactly what I'm about to show you. So when you first visit tornadocash, actually let me refresh the page. So it's going to give you this notice that all predefined RPCs are down, and to change in your settings, because these RPCs in Infura and Alchemy both blacklisted tornadocash to, I guess, comply with sanctions. So yeah, we just put in one that actually does work, and then you'll get the RPC status is okay if it's working, and then save. And again, this is all basically what's written inside of their Telegram chat. So then you go ahead and connect your MetaMask wallet. And by the way, this works on several other blockchains. So say if you're on Binance, right? If you're going to swap, I think it's what, BNB, you could use that. If you're on Matic, if you need to swap Matic, or if you need to put Matic through tornadocash, rather, you can use that. You can use Avalanche, any one that's posted here, but of course Ethereum is going to be the most popular one. And then you just select whatever amount you're going to deposit, and then it's going to download this file, and it's going to also give you the contents of the file here. Like if I just open this, you can see that it's the same thing. So this is, they call it a note, a private note, but this is essentially your receipt, but it's like an anonymous receipt. Like I said, it doesn't connect the transactions that are coming out to the transactions that are coming in. So you want to make sure you back this up, like the file it downloads, you would probably want to back that up to cold storage until you're ready to use it. Probably to maximize OPSEC, you would want to wait a few days to a few weeks to take the funds out so that it has an opportunity to mix with other people's funds. All depends on how busy the service is. And yeah, so you want to have that saved, and you also want to make sure that this doesn't leak. Like, you don't want to share this with anyone, because then they're going to be able to take your funds out. And then you would go on the other side and then put in your note. So again, that's the receipt that you just got. And then recipient address is whatever address you want to send that to. And then if you go look at Etherscan, it's going to say that tornadocash router sent this amount to the user. So it's completely separated from the input and the output. So on the other end, you'll be receiving Ethereum that is so anonymous, even the United States is going to try to sanction you. But if you practice good OPSEC by shielding this service from getting your IP, using something like Whonix would probably be a good idea, Whonix virtual machine, and you generate a new wallet to deposit the funds into, so probably like a new MetaMask wallet to deposit the funds into tornadocash first, and you do that within the Whonix machine, it's going to be impossible to trace this back to you. And that's a method that is, again, it's impossible to govern. It's impossible to shut down. So we can now sit back, relax, and watch these boomer feds attempt to legislate cryptography. Like and comment to hack the algorithm. Follow me on Odyssey, and have a great day.